man, it's a negative tone the last couple of days. It's very unfortunate. Luckily, though, the Raps are alive. Brandon Ingram's a Raptor. We got to love that. So there is some positivity here. The Jays are involved in a lot of the hot stoving out there in Major League Baseball. Lots of positivity. On the hockey scene, not so much. Confirm or deny, multiple Canadian teams will finish bottom 5 in the standings this season. Multiple teams, bottom 5.
I am 100% confirming that. Are you talking? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Calgary, maybe your Canucks, maybe your Leafs, maybe someone else. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm standing pat on a 2-pack making the playoffs.
Okay.
So I am also 100% confirming the statement you just made, because it'll get ugly after the next couple weeks. Once things really start to kind of sink in that you got no chance, because as Johnny says numerous times, the math don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
I know,
Once you get to a point, you're not getting it. Like
Edmonton's 4 points out of first place. Montreal's right there, and so's Ottawa. There's 3 teams. You add one more of Toronto and Winnipeg in there, there's 4.
Okay. But we're talking the bottom here.
I'm saying the
As
bottom.
Of now, Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto are all
you want
bottom
at least
5 in the
you
league.
want a Deuce Bigelow down there.
Yes. Will there be 2 at the end of the road?
Confirm.
82 games.
It's confirmed.
2 of them will remain in the bottom 5.
Yes, confirm.
I'll confirm.
One's already there.
I think Calgary is going to, through osmosis, be there and trade some stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think the other one, the interesting one for me is Vancouver. Because if Vancouver decides to do exactly what O-Dog talked about 15 minutes ago and say, hey, we're gonna look at Quinn Hughes. And that has a trickle effect into Connor Garland, into Jake DeBrusk, or whoever else has long-term deals in that. That means they do look at something different.
That's
a different
blow
path.
up.
That puts into exactly.
Earth.
So that puts them in. That's 2. But I'm not there yet. I'm going to deny it until I hear that they're open for business on Quinn Hughes. You're always open for business on unrestricted free agents. I'm saying, are they open for business on other players? They aren't yet. So I'm not there yet. But give me 15 games. Give me 10 to 15 games. So I'm denying that.
Well, yeah, and it's also the math about the other teams that could be involved there. Nashville will be. St. Louis has just had a dreadful year.
Right.
Unfortunately, I still think, Buffalo, possibly Chicago, possibly Pittsburgh, they're coming back to earth. Right? There's other teams with a long road ahead of them that I think are going to lose a lot of games and kind of compete for that bottom 5 spot. So I'll actually deny it based on that. Not so much what these Canadian teams are doing, but what these other teams I think still could do.
Others.
In terms of them getting worse and them possibly tanking. Confirm or deny, Masai Ujiri's legacy in Toronto is still being determined. Still, even though he's not here, it could grow one way or the other still.
I think his legacy is cemented in this city.
Okay.
He brought a championship here. He did so many amazing things off the court, out of that building. I think his legacy is already cemented. It can only grow because he put together this team that's having success this year.
Exactly.
This isn't exactly like Bobby Webster's hands are all over this.
Well, that's why I would confirm it. I mean, I will say this. The Brandon Ingram story, it's nothing but positive. Guy's been
kidding.
Unbelievable. He's
and
been
it
healthy.
Seems like in the past, Hayes, that transaction would always turn out to he's got a bum knee. It just didn't work out. He can't score the ball anymore. And it just flares out, and it's like he goes somewhere else. And
yes.
But to this point, like till right now, it's been amazing. Because you watched the highlights of that dude last night. He was incredible.
Unreal. He put up 30 shots, man. They found him, and he's a hot hand. That's what he's done his whole career. He was a top 5 pick, top 3 pick in the NBA.
And he looks like he's into it.
Yes, and that's a big part of it. He's committed.
Massive.
He's finally in a winning situation, something he hasn't really experienced in his career. But what I will say, again, through 18 games, unbelievable. It's 18
Long
games.
Season. Long season.
Let's see. You know what I mean? It's the jury's not completely in on exactly what this is going to look like for Ingram, the contract, the fit, everything of the rest of the year. But so far, so good, man. It's been great. And I think Masai, if anything, what you're going to realize, okay, they're in a really good place. And it's just every once in a while that conversation is going to pop up. Like, why is he not here? Like, what happened there? And I think we know the answer. Contractual and all that kind of stuff. But they went up. They won a championship. Then COVID hit. Got kind of weird there with Lowry and Siakam and Van Vliet and Anunoby. They adjusted. Pretty bad, really bad for a couple of years. Now they're back up. Like, this guy went up, down, and now back up, and he's not here. So, yes, it's cemented in terms of an all-time great executive in the city, but it could actually improve even more with him not even being here, which is a testament to, how great he was.
Yeah,
and what he's done.
Regardless of what happens, his legacy, like when you don't have to apologize for championships, whatever happened before and after.
Won.
Like the Kawhi trade alone probably cemented his legacy for me.
Yeah,
right?
You're right.
And that could have gone just so south. Didn't Kawhi play like 8 games the year before?
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
9
like
games or
injury,
something,
9.
yeah.
Like that could have. This guy could have showed up and been a bum and not play. Didn't want to play, and instead he delivered a championship, and then he took off.
Then he did the Clipper tree planting, sabotage of the Clippers whole thing. But other than that, for the Raptors, it was great.
Great.
It was great. It's weird, like the relationship between the Raptors and Nick Nurse. Like they just played in Philly the other night. They played him a couple times already this year. There's like no connection to it anymore. It's weird. Like it's not something that you build up anymore, which is natural. And I'm curious what happens with Masai if he gets another job, if and when he wants one. Then you get the return to Toronto. He gets his flowers. How quickly does it fade?
Dude, that's everybody fades, man.
Everyone does, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you were there for a long time, and then you come back. Everybody cheers and say we miss you, and then the next time it's like, hey, it's you again.
Yeah,
that's just the way it goes.
It happens pretty quickly. Like
it does.
Testament to that's time, that's life, that's the way it goes. But everyone kind of moves on. Everyone moves on.
It's true.
All right, confirm or deny. Nathan, this will be a spicy one. I'm curious to see how the answers come out in this one.
Uh-oh.
Well, I think it's a very fair confirm or deny. Confirm or deny. Nathan MacKinnon has played himself into the number 1 center spot for Team Canada.
It's always going to be 1A and 1B with those two guys.
It's only one. It's only one number 1.
He's played well. He's like right now, if you're picking the heart, it's probably him, right?
Yeah. So if you really want to say, like, if you're going to base 1A and 1B on performance to right now from the start of the season, then it's him. But you watch McJesus at the Olympics; he'll have something to say about that.
I was just going to say I'm going to deny it. The only
does.
reason I deny it is because you don't judge. Like I don't think. Jordan Binnington hasn't had a great start to the season. I don't think he loses the net because he hasn't had a great start to the season. I don't think McDavid loses, the number 1 center spot because his team's played 16 games on the road and they've had a terrible start. You know what I mean? Like and McKinnon's been great, but I still think if in a 1-game playoff, who are you taking? I still take McDavid, although McKinnon's done it too. Like
he's won it. Now the last 2 years in the playoffs, McDavid has been phenomenal, and McKinnon really since they won it, the Avs haven't done much in the playoffs. I think he's pulled his weight. He's had some phenomenal numbers.
McDavid
4 Nations, he
too.
won the MVP though. McKinnon did. He was the MVP of the tournament. McDavid scored the goal, but McKinnon won the MVP. I don't know. I think it's a good problem to have. Like, this isn't a negative conversation. It's great. You got arguably the 2 best. I think they are the 2 best players right now. If I'm picking 2 guys that I want up the middle of the ice, I'm taking these 2 guys.
For sure.
For sure. I mean, what a luxury if you're John Cooper.
Imagine throwing those guys over the boards one after the other. McDavid, you're up, and then McKinnon, you're up after that.
Incredible luxury to have.
Oh, God.
But McKinnon, last year during the regular season had a better year, and right now he's had a better year. So, it's... Yeah, I guess I'll confirm it. I guess I'm talking myself into a confirmation here.
Regular season, though. I mean, playoffs, like you say, the one guy lost in the first round and the other guy went to the Cup final.
Yeah.
So
one guy's got a ring, the other guy doesn't. But
it's true.
I hear you. It's a totally positive conversation to have because you got the 2 best guys, and this is what comes. This is a point I made after the 4 Nations that I think is important to continue to bring up. You look at like the top of the NHL, and again, points aren't everything, but it's McKinnon, McDavid, Bedard, Celebrini. It's Makar on defense. consistently throughout the history of the sport internationally, the best player has always been Canadian, and they still are. So, yes, the Americans have depth, and Sweden's got depth, and Finland's good. No one can touch Canada when it comes to the best player. Like it was Howe into Orr into Gretzky into Lemieux into Crosby into McDavid into MacKinnon, and it looks like it could be into Celebrini, Bedard, and you keep going. And that's generally the kind of icebreaker, right? Who's got the best guy? Who's going Gretzky to Lemieux in '87? Who's going Marner to McDavid in '24? Not to the same extent, but still, McDavid was the guy that closed the Four Nations.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of banking on that happening at the Olympic Games.
I wouldn't disagree. It's just I think these other teams, this Team USA, I think is going to be something to be
They got a lot of injuries right
dealt
now.
with. That's the problem.
A lot
Is
of injuries.
Matthews and Hughes being injured. Like
Yeah.
Hughes is
Jack
don't
Hughes,
know.
you're saying.
Yes, Jack Hughes, like
Right.
who was
And
a
Hellebuck.
rock star, and
Hellebuck.
Hellebuck. But Jack Hughes was a rock star to start the season, and then fell on a glass or something, and now
Yeah.
now I don't know. Now I see him
Werenski's
on
banged up. I think he'll play tomorrow, but he's a
Yeah.
little bit banged up. But yeah, they got a lot. McAvoy.
Yeah,
They got a lot of injuries.
they
They
do.
got a lot of injuries.
Crazy.
Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, they're still out.
Yeah.
Like you presume they're all going to return and it's going to be all good.